Everyone, welcome back to your channel Data Guy. If you're looking to take your Excel skills to the next level, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving deep into advanced Excel charting techniques, specifically 3 powerful charts that can transform your data visualization game. Those 3 charts that we're going to discuss today are Waterfall Chart, Funnel Chart, and Pareto Chart. Waterfall chart is good for tracking financial progress and cumulative data changes. Funnel chart is more about essentials for visualizing processes like sales, pipelines, and customer drop-offs. And Pareto is the ultimate tool for identifying the most critical issues using the 80-20 rule. We'll walk through when to use each of these charts, what insights they provide, and step-by-step instructions to build them in Excel. So now, whether you're an analyst, a business professional, or just someone who loves making sense of data, this tutorial will hopefully help you turn raw numbers into meaningful visual stories. So let's grab your coffee, tea, or anything else that will help you focus and open up your Excel, and let's get started. And always, my one request only, that don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an Excel power tip. And please share with your friends and family, or anyone else, your coworker, who you may think will benefit from these video tips. So let's move forward. Let's start with our first one, waterfall chart. Now, if you're seeing on my screen, you're already seeing a very small data set, and then how the waterfall chart looks. I've built already. We will walk through how to actually do it. It's very simple. But the reason I've actually already built one, because one thing I noticed, and you may have heard me saying this in my previous videos, I currently, at least, I've just started making these videos tutorial. So I'm not using any very, advanced software or anything. I'm just simply doing a screen share. So what I've noticed is sometimes when I do these charts, it may pop up on the very right hand side of my screen, and it actually kind of goes away from the video. So that's why what I've done, at least to first show you here what it looks like, we will walk through. It's just really a couple of steps how to build these charts. But in case if it pops up to the right or left or somewhere else, at least you know how it looks like. All right, so now waterfall chart. So what is waterfall chart? A waterfall chart visually represents a cumulative progression of values, right? So showing how an initial value is affected by positive or negative changes before reaching a final value. So here we're using a very simple example of, there's a category and a value, a starting balance, so 50,000. We saw some sales revenue, so basically that's an addition. And then operating expense, so of course that's going to bring it down. A marketing cost, bring it down. Then what's the total net profit? So that's the idea here. And how you do it. Now question is, how do you create one? Very simple. What you do is you highlight, this is your data. So you highlight your data. Then you click on insert tab here. And then you can see this bunch of options right here of different types of charts, right? So here's this one. If you hover over it, says insert waterfall. So you click on the down arrow and you simply click on waterfall. So you see how it basically rebuilt the same thing. And that's how simple it may look like, a couple of steps only. So it's very easy to create one. I'm going to delete it right now so that just keep coming back here to focus here. It's really simple. Couple of steps, right? You just highlight your data, you click on insert, and then you choose the right type of chart. In this case, it's waterfall. But the idea here is not only how to create one, but when to use it. What is the significance? What type of scenarios that will, so you choose the right type of chart. So it's very easy to make line chart or bar chart or pie chart, right? But these things, these type of charts, that 3 we're discussing today, have a specific type of data when you need to show. So here you're showing those cumulative progression that we talked about. So here we can see 50,000 is starting balance. Then you can see it went with the additional sales revenue. So of course 50 plus 30, it comes to your 80,000. But then obviously you have some expenses, operating expense of 15,000, bring it down. Then you have additional 5,000 marketing cost. So you can see this is why we call it waterfall, up and down. And then this is your total net profit of 60,000. So you can see, and if you notice, altogether is 120,000. If I highlight this thing, you're probably not seeing it on my screen, but if I just simply do like a sum here, right? And you can see it's 120,000. So, and this is where you see it lays the final total. So that's what the waterfall chart is about. Hopefully this helps you understand the concept. Very simple and easy way to create one. But more than that, it's when to use it. What exactly a waterfall chart will give you or show you. So that's the here. So let's move on to our next one, which is the funnel chart. So what I've done is, if you can see on the bottom, I've created 3 tabs. So the second one is the funnel chart. So let's move it here. So you can tell it's funnel chart. It even looks like a funnel, right? So what is a funnel chart? A funnel chart really represents a progressive reduction of values across different stages in process, commonly used in sales pipelines, recruitment, and marketing. And what are the some of the best use cases? So again, sales pipeline, tracking leads from contact to close deals, recruitment process, or a customer journey, right? Let's do again. Now, how do you create one? Similar process you create right here. So you click on you highlight your data, click on insert, and then here again you can see in this similar waterfall here you also have called funnel chart. So just click on that and you can see it's already trying to create another one, but I'm not going to click it because I've already created one. But you see what it shows. Let me make it a little bit wider here, open up so you can see total leads, or in this case of like a sales leads pipeline, you can see we were altogether 1,000 leads. Out of those 1,600 were qualified leads. Out of those 600, we sent proposal to 350. Negotiations happened between the 200, and finally we end up closing 120 deals. So that's really what your funnel is. You can see where you started from, right? So large values at the top, and then decreasing through different stages, and then identifies a bottleneck and major drop-off. So very easy way, if you're presenting this data to your sales leadership or any of your leadership, or even maybe some people are not true number person, but it helps them to visually understand the flow, right? So altogether, this is how much we started from and where we ended up with. So that's really the idea about the funnel chart is. So I'm again hoping this was simple data, very few lines of data, but making the case why or when to use, so far between waterfall or the funnel chart, depending upon the type of data you have and what exactly you're trying to use it to show it. All right, now let's move to our third one, which is the Pareto chart. So what is a Pareto chart? Let me switch to this one, Pareto chart. So a Pareto chart is a combination of bar chart and a line graph, right? So following the 80-20 rule. What is 80-20 rule? Basically 80% of the effects come from the 20% of the causes. And I'm sure you all kind of relate to this thing. Like it's not everything that have the same impact on something. There's always something which is major, and this is really what we're trying to show in a Pareto chart. So what are some of the best use cases? So we can take about something like customer complaints and finding the most common complaint types, quality control, identifying main causes of defects in manufacturing, operational efficiency, like prioritizing inefficiency in the process. So think of, for example, another example. Let's think it's a call center you're in, and you get all kinds of different calls. You're in some kind of customer, service, and you have these call center where you get all these different calls. But you would want to understand what is like the major causes of maybe dissatisfaction among your customers. And you can see it's similarly in this example here, like what type of different issues and how often you're happening, right? So you can see based on the data. Well, let's first of all talk, before we dive into the data, how you create one. So basically, again, I'm sure you found this common theme. You highlight your data, you click on insert, right? And then you come here and you see right here, this one, oops, right here. Actually, always histogram, because I'm not. Sometimes you can see the what you call this thing, statistics, in chart and show it. And sometimes it's like in my Excel, at least I'm seeing the histogram. So let's see, where's the histogram? Right here. So you click on, so there's histogram, and you see, click on next one, you see Pareto. So you have this again. In this histogram, the second option is Pareto chart. And when you click on it, as you can see, it's trying to create one, but I'm not going to click on it. But just to show you, it's already been built. So it's a combination of a bar chart and a line graph. So, and it tells you, if you notice here, that you have the late delivery is the top one, 50 times, frequency 50. The next one is the defect. And you can see how this is, if you're looking at this data, if your management is looking at this data, they can see, if we can at least focus on even on these two things, we can literally, reduce the most of our complaints and resolve most of the customer satisfaction issues. So that's really what the Pareto chart is showing you. That, right here, you can see the line graph going up here, and then starting from the highest to the lowest, and these are the one you would like to tackle first in order to bring the most of your customer satisfaction to a or reduce the complaints, rather, you can see, or the causes or the reasons which may be causing dissatisfaction among your customers. So I hope this really helps you. So we just wanted to cover, so again, just to summarize, today we covered what are at least three advanced charting charts that you can use to show different types of progression or analysis, however you want to call it, and depending upon what your use case is. So it's just always not a line graph or bar graph or a pie chart. It's more about the combination, like in this case, a waterfall, it shows the progression up and down. A funnel chart, from top to the bottom, you start from the top, the highest to the lowest, and then Pareto, showing these different causes and which you can highlight and really focus on your 80-20 rule. So thank you very much. I hope this is a helpful video, short but to the point, and hopefully it adds some more your analysis skills. So thank you. Till next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.